Welcome to WrestlingFigs.com. Tim Ash here with none other than Matt Alford. Matt, how you doing today?
Doing great.
Now, for the Wrestling Figs Forums board that don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about what you do at Mattel.
Wow. So I am the director of packaging for boys brands. I work on all of our licensed brands and our boys IP like Max Steel and Masters of the Universe. So it's what we do on a day-to-day basis. Take the toys, put them in a package, make it look nice at retail.
And WWE, of course, right?
And WWE, of course. You'll see that all behind us right now.
So let me ask you this question. Whose idea was it? Traditionally, over the past few years, WWE has always gone with the black type packaging. Mm-hmm. Then you guys came out with a shocker with the white packaging, changed it up, saw a huge increase in sales because anytime there's a package change, there's a money increase.
Right.
So whose idea was that, yours, or did you all come up collectively? Tell us a little bit about that.
So when we got the brand back in 2010, we wanted to come out with something that was unique and different. The competitor, the previous owner of the brand, had done a multitude of packaging varieties. So at retail, it kind of looked a mess. We wanted to do something that was going to be cohesive, ownable, and true to the WWE brand. And nothing was more true than the corporate color palette of the Scribble logo.
Right. Black,
red, white. So using those as the core, we developed a pretty sweet line, developing an ownable brand statement, an ownable shape with the chevrons. So 2010 was all about black and red and owning that with a kind of lava-style background, we were calling it.
Right.
2011, we wanted to do something that was going to be a bit more evolutionary. So we switched out that lava with what we called a plasma background, which was something a little bit more in tune with what the actual entertainment brand was doing at the time. Every couple of years, we want to mix it up. We want to show freshness at retail. And what we found coming out of 2011 was that everybody was copying us. So at the time, we had UFC, we had TNA, right. And if you went to retail, you would find that they were all trying to own the same shape, blending in with the WWE brand.
Right.
We didn't like that very much. So in an effort to step away from them, that's why we switched it over to white.
So went with the bold change.
Went with a bold change, had to. We wanted to do something revolutionary. We wanted to do something new and unique to keep the collectors and the base of the WWE brand engaged.
Right.
So
keeping collectors always guessing.
Yes. So white became the new black. We still maintain the same color palette. It's still white, red, and black, but we just shifted the priority.
Right.
And it worked. I mean.
And then you added a little bit of gold to make it stand out a little bit more, which was a good touch. So.
Yeah. And then. You'll see as it migrates from the core color palette, we had Rumblers, which was doing well, and we would just kind of shift some of these color hues, but still everything would line up and play together at retail and work pretty well. Elite, same thing. We introduced golds into Elite, shifted the name bar color from like a red to a black, and I think the collectors liked it.
Well, with a lot of the different figures that are out, you've got basics, you've got elites, you've got collectible pieces, you've got rumblers. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to kind of come up with an idea to kind of keep all of them separate, but also keep them kind of as the same brand. Is that right?
It's tough. It's
right.
Really difficult. The product guys are always developing new and innovative products. And we've learned that innovation is going to win the day at retail, and we know that innovation and segmentation are going to be the two big things that retailers and buyers and consumers are going to understand. So how do you develop a core color palette, a core brand statement, and then live within that statement with multiple segments? And that's the challenge that the packaging team steps up and does every day.
Yeah, and with you, I mean, we've seen superstars brands come out, and then at one time you have a bigger package and a smaller package. Do you find the smaller package is easier for collectors to be able to have? Was that the reason behind that?
The reason for smaller package is really threefold. As I work on a multitude of licensed entertainment brands, we found that we weren't being cohesive in retail pricing structures, so we wanted to uniform that. Secondly, there is a large, really green initiative that Mattel's trying to pull off.
That's
and
pretty cool.
Reducing our carbon footprint is a big piece of what the packaging team's trying to deliver. So we knew we didn't need a 12-inch card for a basic figure. It was great to showcase, Kofi Kingston and owning that entire card, but we could still get the same effect by reducing the card height, saving some money on the packaging, and going with a more greener structure type.
So for mom and dads out there, not only are the figures cool for kids, but they're also environmentally helpful.
That's what we're hoping.
Well, that's cool.
That's our goal.
Now, I know Enrique said not to give us anything kind of out there, and we're trying to get some exclusives out of you, and you're hard to break.
Wait,
tell us what's happening in 2014. What is coming up with the new designs that you guys have coming out?
So every 2 years, Mattel tries to shake it up. You know, in 2010 we went to black. In 2012 we went to white. Well, 2014 is going to be something all new again. I can't go into too much detail, but what I can say is that we are constantly trying to stay in tune with the live action entertainment that's going on. We work really closely with the creatives at WWE. We're on practically daily contact, sharing ideas back and forth. It's a real collaborative effort, and we got something that we're pretty proud of. It's gonna definitely pop off the shelves. It's not gonna be like what you're seeing right now.
So that's going to happen right in 1st of January of 2014 with the first series that comes out, is that right?
That's what we're pushing for.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this question. Since you have some new images coming out, they showed yesterday some new figures coming out, Hall of Fame style are starting to come out.
Yep.
Can we see like a Hall of Fame packaging maybe in the future?
At this point, it's really going to be up to marketing how they want to execute that. I will say we're staying true to what we've been doing. We've got our core figures, the basic figures, and then we've got our elite figures coming out, and then we're chasing all the pay-per-views that you've always seen. So from that standpoint, the core line should probably pretty much stay the same, but if there's an opportunity, Mattel's going to want to jump at it.
Well, Matt, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. I know you got a lot of things going on. Thank you very much for joining us here. Comic-Con coverage, more of it here. 2013 San Diego, Mattel booth. It is amazing.